and now we're here with Dr. Cassi from Vetfolio. Vetfolio, for anybody who's actually at the show and wants to catch up with Vetfolio, we're upstairs in the concourse, so we're not actually down on the floor right now. But Dr. Cassi, tell us, what do you do with Vetfolio, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, therein lies the question, right? So I am Vetfolio's staff veterinarian, and so I kind of do a little bit of everything. I go wherever I'm needed, but I host the podcast channel. Sometimes I'll moderate some of the webinars. We'll make sure we're getting that content out to people both on Vetfolio and social media and stuff like that. So just kind of getting involved in making sure that there's tons of content available and that it's really valuable to veterinarians and the whole staff.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about Vetfolio itself. What can people expect from Vetfolio?
Oh, yeah. So for people who don't know, Vetfolio is NAVC's online learning platform. So when you subscribe to Vetfolio, you get access immediately to hundreds of hours of continuing education in tons of different formats. So webinars, podcasts, videos, micro learnings, there's articles, all kinds of different things.
Awesome. And obviously, and we talked about this earlier on the live stream, but we've all seen the way the last year has changed just everything about our lives.
Yeah.
But for Vetfolio, talk a little bit about how it's changed the face of CE and how you guys have approached that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was, like you said, this past year, it was a huge change for the entire world. With Vetfolio, it's things have been going. I think that this kind of drive towards virtual learning was probably already in the making. And then COVID really pushed us there when all of a sudden, live events became, we can do them. And so actually, I've been really proud of Vetfolio and of NAVC and to be a part of these organizations to really come and meet that need in the challenges that we've been faced with and really kind of push forward with virtual learning.
Yeah, definitely. And so we were asked Sam sort of the same question, Sam from Pet Desk, sort of the same question, but I think the big question on everybody's mind is going forward, what does this look like for everybody? And what is Vetfolio's stance on that? What does CE look like from 2021 and beyond?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, kind of like we talked about, I think that virtual learning was kind of in the making, it was a direction we were headed anyway. And then we got pushed there. And here we are. And I think it's here to stay. I think it's a great way to reach tons of people, geographically, and, maybe it doesn't work for them to travel to a live event. So there's lots of options out there. So I think it's going to stay as a really nice complement to these live events that we have going on.
Yeah, definitely. And so tell people, how do they find Vetfolio online, at the show?
Absolutely. So, you can find me on social. I'm at Dr. Cassi DVM, Vetfolio and NAVC at Vetfolio at NAVC. And of course, vetfolio.com, go to the homepage. We're constantly posting new content. So there's new content going up every week in all of these different formats. So it's under the What's New section on the homepage there.
And how does it work if you want to be a member of Vetfolio? Is there a cost? Talk a little bit about that so people know.
Yes, there is. So it's an annual subscription to be a part of Vetfolio. And when you sign up, you get access to, like we talked about, these hundreds of hours of CE. There is some premium content. So there's there's certifications like human animal bond and nutrition, things like that. And some other content that's available, but just by being a subscriber, you get access to all of this continuing education. And it pays to be here, so there's a little bit of a discount if you come and sign up on site.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can find some Signal Pet content on Vetfolio as well. We have a coughing dog webinar that talks about whether or not, if you're looking at a coughing dog, whether or not it's cardiac or whatever. So
pulmonary, cardiac, all those words.
And that's Dr. Alan Spear. We love Dr. Alan Spear. So Dr. Cassi, I can't thank you enough for doing this with us.
My pleasure.
Again, if you're just now joining us, we're up here with Vetfolio and Dr. Cassi up here in the concourse. So come give them a visit.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
You too.